Hi guys, welcome to Mikhail and Sherna Get Fit. This is actually episode 1 of our deep dive into the reels that we post. If you all don't know, we have a TikTok page, a YouTube account, and a blog to come where we basically post and share all of our inspirational content regarding weight loss. So my name is Sherna,
My name is Mikhail.
and together we are Mikhail and Sherna Get Fit. And Mikhail and I are actually in a relationship, in case you didn't realize that. And before we get into the episode, we're just going to talk a little bit about like how we met each other. Mikhail, do you want to share that story?
Yeah, it was actually very simple. Boys, I just messaged her on Instagram, Just do that, right? I messaged her on Instagram. I saw that she was a 7 just like me. And I just commented and I know that she had. That's what I did. And it all went just from there. Then she asked me on a date. Yeah, it went the other way around.
I think for me, it was a little bit different. I recall this story way differently from you. I got a notification on Instagram randomly. My Instagram is private, and I don't really use Instagram. I saw this message and I saw some random person send me a follow request, and I was not going to accept this follow request because I don't know this person from nowhere. And your account was also private. So I was like, okay, let's do it for the plot. And now here we are, a couple months later, going very strong on our relationship. And I think probably accepting your follow request was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life.
You see that, boys? Shoot your shot, otherwise you never know.
Yeah. So that is a little bit about how we met. We've been dating for a couple of months. And I would say Mikhail is truly, truly my dearest friend. And I'm happy that we decided to do this project together, which is Mikhail and Sherna Get Fit. So our slogan for this is actually, fitness is better when you do it together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly because I gained so much weight back in 2024. I'm so sorry. And that was mainly because I was going through a time in my life where I felt as though the world was crashing, and it was a very stressful process for me, and I just was binge eating. And you know this about me, when I like a certain snack, me and that snack, we in it together every day, every night, and it is horrible. So I gained quite a bit of weight. I was 175. I was at my peak. To me, I was gorgeous. I was beautiful. I was stunning, and then I gained the weight. And right now, don't judge me, guys. I am 257 at the start of this entire weight loss journey. And so far, I lost 5 pounds and I gained 3 pounds back, and I was so upset about it, but that's totally fine. And so the reason why we got into fitness together is because, number one, we're actually a couple. And beyond that, I think that when you have someone to motivate you consistently, it makes it that much easier to do certain tasks, if that makes sense.
I would think you're right when I say that, because when you do come together, you tend to want to do a lot of things together as well. And I find when it is, I used to exercise initially in our relationship. I used to do a lot more weight training, and then it started to shift into more weight loss because I realized that I was really losing a lot of weight. I was gaining a lot of strength, but I'm not losing a lot of weight. And before, back in 2020, 2021, and a little bit of 2022, I was around 180 pounds. I was real small. I didn't have much muscle, right now. Underneath all of this flab, as you might say.
I would say sexiness, but yeah.
Yeah. But as the years went by, I started to do more strength training.
But why did you do that? Why did you switch to just strength training overall when you gained the weight?
So the reason why I switched to strength training is because
I wanted muscle.
I wanted to build muscle.
Yeah.
I wanted to be stronger, and a lot of things that I see around me, a lot of guys, they have a lot of muscle and thing, and I wanted to be that. But
this was when you were 180?
Yeah. When I used to go to school, I didn't have a lot of time to exercise, so I used to kind of put that off. I was I still look nice and thing. It's okay. And as the years go by, you wouldn't even feel the weight come on. When you look at the pictures from before and you look at the stuff now, damn,
who is that person?
Who's that person?
Yeah.
You look at the diet and things, it's a few things that change it. Bit by bit. It has changed.
Can I just add one thing? I want to say that the easiest thing to do is put on weight. Like, you don't even see it coming. It's like,
Facts.
and same thing with weight loss. Like, you go to bed. Like, to me, I would describe my weight loss journey as like, I was just exercising, I didn't see a lot of the results, and then I woke up one day and I was skinny. I think similarly with like weight gain, you just keep eating and you're like, okay, this is not going to affect anything. And you wake up and like, you're like 50 pounds heavier.
And also think that if it is give the devil an inch, take a mile.
True.
Because once that you start, no, nothing bad with say, taking a little snack every now and again, but saying that, yeah, take a little extra thing here and there, nah. Yeah, don't do that.
That's true.
Don't do that. Stick to your schedule, stick to your routine. Unless you see like a change that's absolutely necessary, do so by all means, but also do something just because plainly out of feelings. It's okay to do things out of feelings sometimes, but plainly out of feelings for something like that. Nah, you might want to backtrack yourself out for that one.
I think that's why it's also important to know what kind of person you are, because I know I'm a binge eater. If I buy, like, I know that it's more economical to buy snacks in bulk so that you save on it as opposed to buying a single item. Like, if it is that I go into a grocery to pick up a Devon digestive biscuit, the single pack might be, what, $2, but the whole pack might be 21, right? And I would save if I buy the whole pack. But I might eat that whole pack in the day as opposed to if it is I buy one. So I also think that it comes from a lack of self-control. At least my weight gain came from like a lack of self-control. I remember just eating doubles and stress too. Like, I was so stressed out. And there were days where I was like, I'm having a stressful day. Let me have a cheat day. And then every day became a cheat day. You know, I don't actually subscribe to cheat days because I feel as though like they're good if that works for you. But sometimes I feel like I get so stuck in my, let me have a cheat day tomorrow too. I feel as though it's like a Pandora's box. And if it is you start having too many cheat days or many cheat days, you may just cheat right through, if that makes sense.
No, I'm not one about 2 cents for the cheat days there.
Oh, yeah.
You see, to have people who, and this in general, once is that you start like losing weight and you have like a celebration or something to go to like somebody's birthday, don't go to that birthday party and be like, I can't eat a bit of my daughter cake or something because I'm a diet. Like, no, like dedicate some time or thing like that for that.
I agree.
Do that. Like, you always have to look at the moment, you also have to look at important celebrations as well too. So while yes, you're on a diet and thing like that, don't like fully restrict yourself from certain things, because once it's that you like take like, if it's that you restrict yourself from something, right? And then you decide to eat it again after so long, you'll want to get more and you might end up binge eating too, and you might want to dive straight into it. That's because like initially what it is, you started that and that, you went ahead and just, you went all into it, you cut up every single thing, and as soon as it had a little snack, it was like, yeah boy, I want to eat all of this, I want to eat all of that. And that's remember the difference between a cheat day and a day for celebration.
Whoa.
Let's remember that, right? Remember that. A cheat day is not the same day as when you're celebrating something. It's not the same day. It's not the same day when it is you actually going out on a date. Because when it is you going out on a date and thing with a girl, you can't be like,
no snacks, sorry.
No
No
snacks,
cake.
sorry.
I'll have a salad.
No salad, nothing like that. Like, take your omelette or your waffles. I don't like waffles, baby. I know you like your pancakes. Yeah, you could eat that during the day. So that you could classify as a cheat day, but that's not really a cheat day. That's a date. That is a celebration moment.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
I think for me, you know, it's very important to have balance in weight loss, because if it is you're saying to yourself that, okay, I'm not gonna have any snack, and then you have like your favorite snack, just like somebody gives you like a slice of cake, you know, slice of cake from St. Mary's Bakery, that's sponge cake, no icing, and you eat it and you're like, ooh, I could just buy a whole cake.
Yeah, what you like, guys?
And I think for me, that's where like a lot of my weight gain came from, because I restricted myself from so many things. I wasn't eating flour, I was barely eating sugar, I was barely adding salt, I was having no snacks, just water, and that diet was good for what it did. It helped me to lose the weight. But I also think that it did not help me in the long run, because I restricted myself from so many things that when the time came to eat again, I was just like, I'm going to eat. I'm just going to eat everything. I'm going to eat everything I can because I want to. And I think now that I'm here, I'm happy, because I also kind of think that if it is that I didn't gain the weight back, I may not have been able to do this podcast with you because I might have been a skinny mini. You know, I might have still been 180 and that would have been great. But I think what I did not like about my journey from 2022 to 2024-ish was that I didn't document it. And I'm just very happy that Mikhail and Sherna Get Fit is able to be like a live recorded moment of how we lost weight, both as a man and a woman, essentially. Because we know that men lose weight differently, women lose weight differently. What might work for me may not specifically work for you because of our body structure. Men have a higher metabolism, I think, which is totally unfair. But you guys have a higher metabolism, so you guys may be able to do things. I can't say much on that because I don't know about it. But I'm happy that we're able to do this podcast together. And so we're actually going to now like transition into the next aspect of the podcast, which is like the actual the workouts that we did for our very first episode. How did you feel like doing that first episode with me?
I felt actually good.
Yeah.
So the first things that we actually did, we have to walk from obviously from the start of the campus, the entrance of the campus to the court itself. So you have to walk the entire distance of the campus. That itself might be a bit of a warm up.
Yeah.
But I like a pre-warm up to the warm up itself now, because the warm up itself is actually taking about 6 laps around the entire court. I think includes the basketball court and there's like a volleyball court on the next side, I think. So the entire thing. 6 laps around them. That's the warm up. That's something that both of us will be accustomed to. And then, this is the thing. Sherna would do jumping ropes. I would do a little bit of a basketball warm up. That's what I would do. Because for her, jumping ropes would work. But for me, the basketball would work better. Because.
Can I just say one thing? I think that it's important to do the workout that is best for you. Because for you, like I'm there with you all the time. I see you play basketball and you sweat a lot from basketball. Me, I don't sweat from basketball. So I think I have to kind of do those jump ropes as well, because it helps me like get started, because the way in which you might turn and toss the ball and spin and jump, I cannot jump. I mean, I could jump rope. I can't jump up to the hoop or the ring to throw the basketball in just yet. So I think like I enjoy doing my warm-ups independently, separate from you, because like it also gives us the ability to be independent as well as, you know, exercise partners, because yes, we're doing it together. It's better together. That's our slogan. But at the same time, we also have to do what works for us.
It's for fun, maybe. So as I was going to say there, when she does the jump rope and I do the basketball, I also do the basketball for myself, because when it is I do too many jumpers, because she does a 200, I can't be doing 200 straight on top of that too. I still really don't know how to do jump ropes a lot better. When I do it, I tend to jump real high.
True, that's like a burpee. Doing, like a burpee jump.
And the way how it is, she does like these quick little jumps.
Mini jumps,
you know, it's a cute thing that I know. But when it is I do it now, I tend to like just jump high. I try not to like jump as high, but also like that tends to hurt my shins. Because when in terms of the weight, I'm 240. I was 246 when we started. And all that jumping and everything tend to hurt my shins. It was feeling like if my leg was gonna snap. Even on basketball, there's jumping. There wouldn't be like as much
excessive jumping.
Excessive,
you know?
like that. And consistently.
There's
more running, there's more, you know, passing the ball, there's more bouncing the ball, there's more coordination like that. There's also playing with the other person, because basketball isn't just like for yourself.
It's not like a one-man show.
It's not one-man show. You need at least an next person with it.
Yeah.
That's why we also do a sport that you could have like some form of teamwork with it. So
even though you win all the time.
I win all the time?
I feel like you're on your own team, yes. I find that you win most of the time.
You find my own team?
And literally the other day, I was so close to winning, and then you just reminded me that I'm still just a trainee, a newbie.
Well, you see, the thing is that now, I have to train it, yes, and I have to make it feel nice for the first run now. So, you know, I have to make it feel confident and things like that, but I can't lose that girl now. I can't lose that girl.
Yeah.
I just how it is.
So I want to talk about like the basketball drills, because that was like very new to me. I had no, like going into basketball, I had zero knowledge. All I knew about basketball was that people run around with like an orange ball, right? And I never understood it. To me, I thought it was like not like a pointless sport, but like it was like a scary sport because I was always afraid that the ball would hit me in my head and I would die. You know, very like huge exaggeration. When I was in high school, primary school, I mean, like these guys were playing football and the ball hit me, and I was like, I'm never going to play any sport with
Funny
a
enough,
ball.
when I was playing basketball, the ball had actually hit you, and I was like,
Multiple
I will
times.
continue playing it.
Yeah, and that's because I have like the most amazing partner ever who is the best coach. And like if I get like a boo boo and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's hurt too much, she'd be like, come, let me go, let me go, let me go, you know? And not like in like a mean way, it's more so in like a, hey, acknowledged, it hit you, let's go.
Yeah, it doesn't kill and make you stronger.
Yeah, and so I think for me, when we had to do the different like warm-ups for it, we did, is it ball passes?
Well, passing, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we did pass, and I've been calling this thing the wrong thing the whole time.
That's okay.
But the passing, which is essentially where we pass the ball to each other, I never even knew that that was an important sport. And for me, the reason why I love it is because it helped me work on my arms.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like my arms too much. I think even when I lost all the weight I did, my arms was like the hardest area to work on. Like my body got small, but my arms were still kind of flabby. And one of my friends who's like a fitness enthusiast actually told me it's because my body was losing weight too quickly and it couldn't keep up. My skin couldn't keep up with the weight that it was losing.
Yeah.
And I also did not do any form of hand exercises. I was just like, I'm just going to eat this and just like do cardio and that's it. You know, so I'm happy that within the basketball world that we are in right now, I'm happy that we are also able to do the ball passes or the passes. And then we also do the jogs around the court. Now, we usually do, I think it's 6 sets. And I remember telling you, let's jog for all 6. And you were like, Sherna,
Yeah, you gotta make that.
let's interchange.
What's that? I tell this girl, let me do one walking, one jogging, one walk, one jog, one walk, one jog. And for the last 2, we actually take the ball and we dribble with them. Or bounce the ball, as some people might say, but we just dribble. The actual thing is called dribbling. So, if we slap, we run. She's like, yeah, we got the next one. As soon as you pass the thing, like,
I was out of breath. I couldn't.
So, from then she realized that, yeah, the interchange, the thing makes sense.
Especially for the level you are at.
Yeah.
Because like if it is, I am 237 pounds at that time. And I know that I'm not accustomed to exercising. Like, yes, running helps, jogging helps, but you also have to meet your body where it is. So for me, it did not make sense to me to be able to jog throughout each set. Like all 6 sets, like yes, I'm sure one day I will arrive at that point, but I'm not there as yet. And that's okay. So I'm really happy that you were there with me because like I felt like a loser. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like a loser because I was like, oh gosh.
But are you a loser?
No, I'm not.
You're a loser.
Because like in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, she was right. And probably if you weren't there, I was like, I'm going to go home. I am going to go home. But because you were there kind of cheering me on saying, Sherna, it's fine if you can't handle the next set jogging. Let's just go on to, let's just walk it.
Yeah.
And then interchange with the ball afterwards.
Yeah.
I think for me, what frustrated me, which I know that you saw, is the dribbling.
Yeah.
Bouncing the ball around the court and jogging with it was very stressful for me. And not knowing what to do was also very stressful for me. It was annoying because I could not understand, what do you mean by I'm doing it incorrect? What do you mean by I'm doing it wrong? And I think you were telling me that like I was scooping the ball and you were
Yeah,
like
she throwing the ball on the ground and then like
scooping it up like
to come up and just bounce in the back down.
yeah.
And she just pelting them up on the ground and she's like, oh, baby, look at that right. No, baby,
And then-
right.
And then you actually told me very nicely, like, Sherna, I don't think that you're doing it right. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. And then you were like, no. That's not what I meant. And you literally was like, let's try it a different way. And I think that's the best part about doing a sport with somebody like your partner who will have the time and patience to be patient with you. Especially if it is a sport that they already like. So it wasn't just a matter of, oh my gosh, you're so stupid. How could you not know how to do this thing? I just showed it to you. It was like, okay, let's change sides. So the court is actually rectangular shaped. It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So for the longer sides, you actually took the ball from me and you would have bounced. And then for the shorter sides, I was able to try. And then midway for the long side, I also tried until I gave up. Well, I didn't really give up. I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. And you may have assisted me there by bouncing the ball and demonstrating to me. And I think that's like an excellent show of partnership, which is why I think that having someone there with you is like the best part about exercising. Because exercising is not just about, okay, yeah, I'll go and lose the weight. Because at first, I did exercising solo. Back in 2023 to 2024, I did exercising solo. There was nobody there to help me. My friend helped me out at first when I was trying to figure out, like, how do I exercise for like the first week, and then that was it. But having somebody there with you throughout the experience, who is almost on the same level as you, makes me feel like, okay, I'm not in competition with anyone. I mean, granted, you're better at basketball than me. That is a fact. But I'm not in competition with you to do better. I think the invitation, rather, is to improve with the person. And if it is that you are better at me than this sport, you didn't get better at this sport by looking at other people do good and pouting. You didn't say, oh, how come they're doing good? I give up, you know? So because of the endurance you had at that time when you learned basketball, I am now able to benefit from your suffering.
No, just to give a little bit of background, because she said that she kind of benefited from my suffering. I was basically trained by 2 coaches.
Really?
Yeah. So I was trained by my homeroom teacher and the actual coach for the school. So this was when I went to CUC. Mr. Carter taught the entire basketball team for school.
Big up him one time.
Yeah, big up he. And Mr. Maitland, he actually trained his own, he trained the class team. I think it was Tuesdays and Wednesdays, usually lunchtime. We used to go down on the court itself. And the way how they trained us was very different now. Mr. Carter, he would know he would know you, but he would know you to like the extent that Mr. Maitland would have known us, because Mr. Maitland, on the other hand, he had to train about 8 of us.
That's a lot?
It's not a lot actually compared to what Mr. Carter, like about 20 people.
Whoa, that is a lot.
Yeah, that is plenty. I think usually on like a basketball team, you'll have like 12. Obviously, on the court itself, it'll be 6 versus 6. No, I think it's 5 versus 5.
Okay.
But they had the way how it is they knew us, Mr. Meta, one I've known us personally, just like how Sherna knows me personally. I know her personally, so you can adjust things accordingly. So like what we noticed is that people who went back to Mr. Carter's class, because Mr. Meta knew us personally and tuned things specifically for us, once we went to the school basketball team, we were better. We knew how to do coordination with people. Even like when we played together, like people like who were on the class team and they played in the school's basketball team.
Yeah.
We could operate a lot better, and it showed actually. When it was time for us to do actual games in the school itself, like classes against classes, what we initially started compared to like our other matches, you could see the difference. You could see the differences with us. And so the thing with I know, like you have to like fine tune things to her and also fine tune things to me. That is also why you have to look at things what it is you could do for yourself as well too, because she might be as good as me.
Right.
Yeah, I might be better. That's why also when it is we just do the warm up, she would do jump ropes and I will already start my little practice for basketball. And when I tend to start off, I won't go like as hard, because before, as I said, I was around 180 pounds. That is over 60 pounds lighter. And I might sound like a lot to like some people, because lifting up 60 pounds, it wouldn't feel like a lot.
Yeah.
It wouldn't feel like a lot.
Because you bench press like 200 and something.
No, I leg press 710 pounds.
That is what. Okay, my mistake. I thought leg press and bench was the same thing.
No. I leg press 710 pounds for 10 reps.
Yeah.
I bench press 155 pounds for about 4 reps.
But don't you think it's interesting that when you're in the gym and you're like holding a weight, you might hold 60 pounds and it may not be that heavy, because it's okay, it's 60 pounds, but 60 pounds on a person
is a lot.
Is a lot in comparison to 60 pounds less.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why when it is, and you could actually see the differences in weight, when it is you do not exercise. So like as I said, like my max PR or my PR and a bench press is 155 by 4.
What does PR mean?
PR means personal record.
Oh, okay.
So if it is I add like 5 or 10 pounds more and try to do those same 4 reps, that will be rare plenty. If you don't understand how a baby just feel when they lift up 10 pounds, now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. That is back to bare basic. Because that's the most that you could do. Once you start pushing those limits there, that is when you feel the difference. Same thing with what like we do now, when it is we was doing the passes and everything.
Yeah.
Like, Sherna wasn't as good. Even like me, I wasn't like as great.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I was good. I was great. Yeah, but at the same time too, I got better as time goes on, and I'm sure in like the upcoming episodes, you would see her growth. You would see how it is. She passed the ball. You see how it is. She caught the ball too because initially she could not catch fast balls.
And I also think there were moments where the ball hit my finger, and I was like, I want to give up.
Yeah. And when it is you do ball passing, like you have to go slow at first, and then if you go faster.
Very true.
Once you go faster, that is when you start to use more power and more speed. And you also have to do better eye and hand coordination. Because once you play basketball, something what Mr. Nathan told us is that you could be going up far, you're probably bouncing the ball and you're thinking about the girl in the corner of the shoot. Of course, when the girl was thinking about the shit right now. So that's just something that I learned and that we just applying to our practice right now.
Especially for the level that we are at, you know? So I kind of want to touch on the squats as well. Because I know your aunt, Auntie Crystal, she's so amazing. I'm just going to pick up one time on this podcast. Auntie Crystal introduced me to the squat challenge. Well, because you introduced it to me first. And that was because you were doing it with her on YouTube. You could, of course, check out her fitness page. I will have it linked in the show notes. It's Crystal Best Fitness. But you came and you told me randomly on a day that you're doing squats with your aunt. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? And you told me about the squat challenge. And then I decided to do it with you. So you have been doing 150 squats every single day.
Yeah.
So you'd be doing 50 with me and then you do 100 with your aunt.
Yeah.
And I used to feel so bad for you, but not bad enough to not do the squats.
Even when it is I don't do the squats down the Crystal, I would do it by myself.
You would?
Yeah, I would do it by myself here. I would do it I'll put my by my desk or probably right outside my bedroom. And then take a cool down and then go and sleep after. So sometimes I might do the squats, even if I don't do it at home, I might do it around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know.
Thank you for telling me.
Now you know.
I think that the squat challenge to me helped me be more disciplined because there were moments where we exercised and we were dead tired. And we kind of were like, well, number one, we were recording the video and we kind of had to finish the video out with the squats.
Yeah.
And we do all the squats through and through on the video itself. And regardless of how tired we were, we completed that set because I think exercise is about consistency. Even if you're tired, I'm not saying to kill yourself out if you know for yourself that you can't, but we knew we could.
Yeah.
So we still did the squats. And at first, I don't think I had proper form. I think my form is a little bit better now. And beyond that, I could not go low.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and that is okay.
That is okay.
And I think that something else was we did it in sets of 25. So we did 25 regular squats, 25 pulse squats. But at first, we didn't start off there. We probably did 30 regular squats and then 20 pulse or vice versa, whichever one. And I remember doing 5 squats straight and just panting.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, baby, I'm real tired. And you're like, let's go, you know? And again, if it is I was by myself, there is no way in the world I was going to go to my house and sleep. That's what I was going to do. Which is why, again, I think having somebody there with you on a journey to lose weight is totally amazing.
And it keeps you accountable, actually.
Yeah.
As the next thing, because we would remember the goals that each of us have, and we'd be like, hey, we're going on here. Yep, we go. We go. If it's that we maybe procrastinating or something like that, we would just give each other like a little uplifting thing. Not just say let it go, but we remind each other like, hey, I'm here to yourself this.
Yeah.
We done.
But also, I think if it is one day I say, I don't think I can make it today, you're not going to force me and be like, let me go. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Yeah.
I think you also acknowledge that, we are humans, but the invitation is to be consistent.
In a similar case, the way how it is you do what you can do, like when it is anybody starting their exercise, they're not gonna get a perfect form, like chef's kiss.
Oh yeah.
At first. You're not gonna get at first, but as you go along the way, then you'll get it. You can't be telling somebody on the first try. Obviously, if it's that like you see them doing something wrong that will actually hurt them,
Yeah.
they should stop. And they should probably, if it is doing weight training or something like that, go with lighter weights. Or just go with nothing and just try the form just so. Just try that. Someone would like squats. Me personally, I could do 240 pounds on my back and do 10 reps. So do 10 squats with 240 extra pounds on my back, so that's an extra.
So yes, you can lift 200 or something, yeah.
Yeah. So I could lift 200 and I could lift my weight actually on my back and squat that 10 times. Probably more. I never tried more than that.
Yeah.
But do as much as you can do.
Yeah, I love that.
But don't kill yourself because you can't do the right thing at first. But at the same time too, as you go along the way, try to get a better form. And Crystal did that actually. I'll show like at the start of the video, she told herself that she's only doing as much as she could do. But like later on, she was able to have deeper squats. She could have go down lower. She could have just, because when you do a squat, you don't actually move your back anyway and move your upper body. You're just going down and up. The only thing that really moving is your legs. You're going down and up, down and up. That is something that doing squats with weights actually taught me, because if it's like you move with that weight, that will offset the entire weight and that will hurt certain muscles or like damage you, or we even like work out different muscles that you're not targeting right now.
That's true. As we wrap up this conversation, I just want to like give my final takeaways from this. Of course, we'll have another episode ready for you, like another podcast, sit down and talk. But something that I would like to say that is my final thought overall is around your journey. My journey and your journey, though we're doing it together, it's two separate paths, right? And it's just amazing that we have somebody to do it with. But even if it is you don't have somebody, don't feel as though you can't go and exercise. If it is that you are doing this by yourself, you're the only one doing this, guess what? That's okay. And it's okay because you could pop in your headphones and listen to your music or listen to this podcast. And also, I have learned that you don't need to go to a gym to lose weight. If it is that you're tight on money and you don't have, because the nice gyms, $650 a month. And I'm not saying that, don't spend $650 a month on a gym. If you can and you are within that capability too, yes.
Also, there's a button there too. Remember why it is you're working out here?
Yeah.
Because you just said that for weight loss. Because I agree with you that you don't need to go to a gym specifically for weight loss. When we lost our weight, it was not a gym.
Yeah,
it was at home. I was in my bedroom
at
doing things. Yeah, I was at home. I was changing my diet, real plenty and things like that. And gyms will serve a nice purpose. Yes, they have weights and stuff like that.
It does serve a great purpose.
Not everybody has a stack of 1045 plates in their house. Not everybody have that.
Yeah. Or a Stairmaster just inside the living room.
Exactly. Not everybody will have those type of options there. So that's why like a lot of people come to a gym, because building their own home gym might be very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
But work with what you have right now and improve on that. If it's that you don't have much money and you have to eat ramen for the rest of the month.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that is okay. Eat ramen for the rest of the month.
Because that's all you can do right now.
That's
just
all
exercise.
You can do right now, yeah. It might be the best thing to eat because eating ramen every single day would be the best. But at least you have something. Yeah, you have food. God provided something for you. You have something to eat. You're not hungry. So thank God for that and keep over with that. You can still go to work. You can still function. It might function completely great and thing like that.
In the beginning.
But in the beginning, sure. But you'll be okay. And you can move on from there. And then you could get some better food for yourself. You could go to a gym if you want to. And you can move on with life.
I think I would die on the hill that fitness is about consistency and not perfection. That is where I choose to die. And so, regardless of where you are right now, whether you're 250 or 180 trying to gain muscle or whatever it is your personal goals are, I think once it is you begin, the first step is to begin. Once you start, and even if you stop, that's okay. Just start back. Because I think a lot of the times people go, I'm already 237 pounds.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just start. To do our podcast, I really wanted the professional setup, I wanted everything. But just do with what you have right now. If it is, and when we're applying this to weight loss, if it is that you only have ramen to eat, right? Because my friend told me this, your body needs to be active. So if you're sitting down by a desk whole day, like me, and you're not moving at all, how do you expect to lose the weight? You kind of have to do something different. In order to get a change result, you need to do something a little bit different. So I would say try your best to incorporate maybe exercising once a week. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It doesn't have to be, like a million jump ropes. Yesterday, we would have done 8,300 steps. Well, I don't know how much you did, but I did 8,300 steps. Point is, you don't need a smartwatch to lose weight. That's just number one. You don't need a gym to lose weight. All you need is consistency, drive, and motivation. And probably some exercising shoes. So as we kind of wrap up this conversation, do you have any final thoughts that you want to share, my love?
You're not going to feel differences on the first try, no?
True.
You're not going to feel differences on the first try with anything at all. Remember, it's about being 1% better every day.
I love that.
That's something that I learned a few years ago. Do like small changes as you go along. As you said, you're not going to get everything on the first try, but you may not get everything on the first try. But life is about progress. Life is about growth. And
it's about change.
It's about change, and it's also about doing what it is best for you. But remember not to use that as an excuse. And it's just doing what's best for me. Oh, I like drinking a Malta every day. I like that. I think that's best for me. No, it's better if you drink water because that's just how the human body is. That's the better one to do. So remember to do what's best for you. Look at what you need first, then look at what you want after that. Try and get your form good. That's usually the first thing you look at when you practice.
Or closest to good.
Or closest to good. Do as much as you can do, and from there on, you'll make it. And just make sure I'm pretty good before you go and exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you do that. Make sure that God is the center of everything that you do. Otherwise, without him, without his guidance, you wouldn't be in a place where it is he wants you to be.
Yeah. So I just want to tell you guys at this point that this is the end of the episode. I love this conversation with you, and of course there's more to come. This is simply just the first podcast styled episode, and I just want to invite everyone to check us out on YouTube. It's Mikhail and Sherna Get Fit on YouTube. You can also check us out on my TikTok, which is inspired by Sherna, where I kind of post all of our videos there first. And just remember, consistency is all that matters, and that's what fitness is about. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Please leave a like on this podcast episode so that we know that you love this content. And if you have any idea or any more things that you'd like for us to talk about, we have a Google form in our show notes that we would link to, so that you'll be able to, ask us some questions there, and we would make some podcast episodes on those too. Please do not forget to check out Auntie Crystal's fitness channel at Crystal Beth's Fitness on YouTube, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Peace out.
Bye.